Hey, good day and welcome to part 5 of our 6-part series on tripods. Today I'm going to go ahead and show you the one that I call the transformer. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Okay, this tripod today comes from K&F Concept, part number TM2515T1. That's a long name to say. Jeez, some of the other ones were better like mini tripod. That was a lot easier to say. This one, I think is funny, is because when you get this one, you start looking it up of different videos and stuff on it. What everybody talks about is, it's got a great bag. Everybody talks about how great the bag is. It does have a good bag. So if a good bag gives us any idea what the tripod is going to be like, we should be in for a row 3 today. So let's go ahead and open this up. It's got that right there. And we get password on the end there. And we'll bring this one out. I nicknamed this one the Transformer because I do a bunch of different things with it. Put that over there, and we'll get this one set up. So, it's a little bit of specs on it right at the beginning. It'll hold 22 pounds. It's the max weight that it takes. It is actually 22 inches right here in length, and it will extend up to 67 inches on it. So, weight, 3.72 pounds. So it's just a little under 4 pounds. Not really that bad. Pretty good one compared to one of the other ones you're going to see next after this one. This is still one of the very light ones. So let's go ahead and take this little guy into the next room and take a look at him. We'll break him down and open him up and give you a look at that way. Okay, the first thing you're going to notice about this one here, it's got the little rubber feet on the bottom. They're not adjustable or anything like that. They're just there. Last week's when we did that one before, I gave you about the newer one. They're actually the exact same on it here. So nothing really exciting about them right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the legs on this thing though and see a little different here. And it doesn't have the little latch things like the newer one did or the other ones we've seen before. These ones actually, you do a little twist on it and then it comes out that way. You twist it back in again and it locks it into place. And slide up. This one does have 4 to go ahead and it gives you a little bit better adjustment on there. I'll get that one back up and in, get a little bit better adjustment on it. I've seen people be able to grab it and do all 4 at once and they can drop the whole thing out and extend it to full length. I do not have big enough hands to go ahead and grab all 4 of these and try to do that. And when you're not even going to attempt that today. But let's go ahead and talk more about the legs right here, get up more to the top part of the mechanisms here, and go ahead and listen real quick. Did you hear that? Let's take a look at what that is. On the newer one that we saw before, it had the little button that pushed it in when you got it into place. This one, as you bring it down, go ahead and listen. It locks itself into place. And the only way to go back up is push the button and bring it back up that way. So, kind of like this one a little bit better in that sense, because you're not pushing the button trying to hold it in place. As you bring it out, it's gonna, if you just want to leave it right there, it's now locked. So now it won't go back up. And as you bring it down, it'll stay right there, and it locks in right as where it's at, and bring it down that way. Now, looking at this little collar piece right here, you turn the collar, loosen it up, and the whole center section drops up and down and raises it. Same as the one for the newer one we saw last week did. Now, but let's come down more to the top here, and we're going to notice this one has a ball head, where instead of the fluid head. This ball head does do a complete 360-degree turn, so if you have your camera on top, camera goes right on top to this little pad right here. You turn this right here, loosen it up, and you can just take that right out of there. And pops right out. Put it back in, and tighten it right back down. Now, there is no safety mechanism for this one here. So if your camera's on it, and this becomes loose, it can't slide off. So that's one thing the newer one had. It does have a little bubble level right on top right here. On the side right here, this one over here, we'll give you a good look right on the side right there. Bring it down, you turn it, and the ball head adjusts around to whatever angle you want. Tighten it back up, and it'll hold it right into place. So loosen it back up, let's get it straight back up again on us. Right there. Turn the little dial right here on the side. Use a little dial right here. Turn, loosen that up, and it allows it to do the 360-degree turn right there. Tighten it back down right where you want it, and it locks it right in place. Now this one here and this one here, we're going to go ahead and see them in just a minute. We're actually going to go back into the room to get those. So let's go ahead. We've kind of taken a quick overview of this one. We can see it here. I'm going to go ahead and give you a full blown up view of it, what it looks like when it's fully extended up. But then we'll go ahead and get back in the room and we'll show you why I call this one the transformer. Okay, now to go ahead and see this one fully extended out right there. This is at 67 inches tall. And she extended right up there. So now you can go ahead and take a good look at that one right there. So you can kind of get an idea what this one's like at 67 inches tall. Okay, decided to come back from the living room there. We're not going to do this one at full extension, a lot of stuff. The reason why I call this one the Transformer is not because how big and stuff this one goes, but a lot of things it can do at a lower level and different angles. Now, as I mentioned here, I said we're going to talk about these two here in a little bit. Let's loosen this one up right here. And now watch what happens with this one. It's got a center section that comes out, but that center section doesn't do just that. It comes down and can now loosen him up a little bit, can now be turned around like that. Now I can have my camera over here. I also can slide it in like that. I can change my camera angles with different things on the head over here, turn it around. I can do a bunch of different things with this. Now, one that I like doing like this here, and I lock everything into place on it. Just got the lever right here to go ahead and lock it in place and holds everything. Now she's not moving. I use generally make sure this is pretty level right here, and I put a camera on the end. I've actually brought the Canon M50 in here. He's going to help us. Actually, this one I do use the camera I'm filming with right now. I usually put both of them right on the end here. So we're going to go ahead and attach that right there right now, and I'm going to show you some of the things that I like to do with it. Now, how's this for a little trick right there? Comes out like that, and the camera's aimed down. Great for product review and stuff like that. I could sit right at my desk, reach my hands out, and if you notice, a little sandbag there hanging on to keep it balanced, can balance out the weight on it, and the other leg goes all the way down to the ground there just to give a little bit of stability. It's got the two legs up there, and that's one thing right there. This is the original and main reason why I bought this was for product review. And we'll go ahead and lock this camera down right here. I'll come around for a second here, and you're wondering, you know, can you move it in? You know, so it is fully extended out. You've got about a 17-inch reach right there, so it can come out. You can also loosen this up right here and slide it back in and move it back and forth to adjust it, which is nice. So you can kind of get your better angle and stuff. Then just turn and lock it in right there. So that is one of the main things I wanted this tripod for. Now let's change it into something else. Okay, our little transforming tripod here is just beginning to start warming up here. We're not done by any means what the thing can do. Loosen the dial right here, and this thing does do a 360-degree turn right around. Kind of neat right there, huh? We're not done. This little bottom piece here that I hooked the sandbag onto, it unscrews. You go ahead and take that off. Loosen the little collar right here. Bring it up. Flip it around. We'll put it back in the bottom right here. And we'll bring it right back down, and we'll tighten it right back on there. Now I can move this up and down at any angle I want right there. Go ahead and get it set. Lock it into place. Now, if you do put something heavier on the end, like a camera or something, it will start to pull it down before extended. So I generally go ahead and loosen this right here a little bit and bring it back in a little bit, just to kind of balance it out right there. But now, what have you got the option? You go ahead and take your camera, put them down in there, tighten them on right there. You can use the ball head to swing, aim him around whatever angles you want. We can loosen it up, bring your camera down if I'm trying to do a micro of something, or if I want to do like this and like that. I can also kick the legs out a little bit. Let's see if we can get that one. Come on, let go. Work with me. Bring him out. Probably that's too low. Probably go about there. We'll flip this one. Right about there. And we'll bring that one right about there. Now with the legs right there like that, I'm getting pretty low to the ground. And even with this, I can bring this ring, drop this center section right down where this camera's almost on the ground, and I can move it around, get different angles with it. So he's got quite a few different choices I can do right here by moving this camera around and getting different angles and stuff. And when the legs are out like this here, he's pretty well stable and he's not going anywhere like that. I can bring him back up. But we're not done yet. Let me flip this back around and get it back in the position it was here just a second ago. Then I'm going to show you the next part of what this thing's still capable of doing. Okay, I went ahead and flipped this thing back around. Kind of let you show you. Flip that, loosen that up, flip them up, and bring it right back down. But again, This little transforming tripod is still not done yet. He's got one little trick up its sleeve. Do you remember the newer one where it turned into a monopod? This one does it too. All you do is take the little bottom back off here again. Little piece right there. Just unscrew him. Put him off to the side. You won't need him at the moment. This little piece comes back out. Of course, you can figure that's the top of the monopod right there. We'll set him down. One little different leg, kind of like the newer one did. You just turn them and you bring them out right that way. We'll set that down over there. It's got the screw right in here already, and it does match the bottom on this one right here. Really quick, goes right together. Now you've got a monopod right there. You can go ahead and take this around anywhere, and it's got 4 extendable legs. This one actually goes taller than my newer one, especially with this on top of it here. It extends it a lot way up there, and you can use that way too. So there's another one looking at it, another option you can do with it right there. Okay, so that kind of wraps it up here in this little tripod here. Now I find this little thing, this one is amazing for all the different little functions and things I can do with it. I mean, I don't even think I've even scratched the surface on some of the stuff you can do with this thing just yet. And to think, when I first got this, I sent it back. I didn't even have it a day. Now, one thing I've noticed when you watch the video online or you see other people, they show you a different model. It's very similar to this, but it comes with a little short bar, and it comes with the screw, a little adapter thing to put it for the monopod. So when I first got it, I didn't see the little bar, and I didn't see the screw in it. Hadn't taken the leg off yet to notice that the screw thing is right there. So I thought it's missing parts. It looked like somebody had already opened the box, so I sent it back to Amazon. I said, I don't want it. If it's missing stuff, somebody's opened it, it's missing parts. Send me another one. I got this one, completely the same problem. No little short bar. So I think K&F, I think that's kind of a little thing where they're doing their videos and stuff, and they show it in there. They need to take that out. That's for the older model that they have there. So I think that's one thing you need to think about there. When you're looking at it, you're going to notice it doesn't have a short bar, but it does have the screw right here, so it does become a monopod. And that was one of my biggest beefs right with it when I first got it. I was like, no, I'm not going to have it if it can't do it. There is another tripod. It's almost identical to this one. It's called Gento, G-E-N-T-O. I'm not pretty sure if I'm pronouncing that or not right. I was looking at that one also compared to this one. The reason why I went with this one was the short little bar. I thought, okay, so the little extension, when I have it low, I could flip it around, put the camera on it that way, and that would be good. But then when it didn't have it, I started going, okay, toss up between the two. This one was still only $5 cheaper than the other one, so I was like, okay, if I get the other one, it doesn't have the bar either. No difference. I save $5 when I get this one here. So that goes ahead and completes number 5 in our series. Now next week, I'm bringing out the big guns. The one that's actually right in front of me right now, that's holding up the camera right now. It's not a little lightweight tripod at all. It's one of the bigger boys. So we're going to bring that one out next week and take a good look at it. So I want to thank you and have a great day.